Myrtle Beach Bowl, Monday, December 19th, between Marshall and UConn. Yes, the University of Connecticut Huskies are going bowling. You can watch this at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN in Conway, South Carolina. Garrett, as I wrote in the preview, UConn, come on down. This is their first bowl game in a number of years. They're looking for their first winning season since 2010 under first-year head coach Jim Mora. When Randy Etchell stepped aside, that program was in all kinds of trouble. They're not affiliated with a conference. They're independent. And it kind of felt like UConn might ride off into college football irrelevancy. And yet, here they are. They go 6-6. They win 3 of their last 4. They embarrass Liberty and only lose to Army in that stretch before getting selected for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Marshall, on the other hand, 8-4 season. They finished the year on a 3-game winning streak. And the Thundering Herd certainly are the better team on paper. They're running the ball at over 200 yards per game. They've got a number of talented backs and weapons on defense as well that make this game difficult for UConn. Let's start with Marshall. Marshall wins and we want to really highlight Kalen LeBourne, their running back.
Yeah, no, he's a monster, man. He is just physical. He's continuously just trucking people, running over guys. It's a rough day to be across from him. These UConn linebackers are not going to be thrilled to be there. He's one of the most physical runners in the country, and he's probably the main reason that they ended up finishing second in the Sun Belt in rushing this year. It's going to take more than just him, obviously. They're going to have to get some more, but it's also going to take more than just one guy to take him down, right? So they're going to have to sell out to stop the run. This is where it starts for Marshall. And I think he's going to have a fairly successful day just because I don't know that UConn's going to be able to put enough guys in the box to stop him. Now, is that going to be enough to win? We'll wait and see on that one. The Huskies, not exactly a good rushing defense, so I do expect a fair amount of success here. I do think he gets it done, and hopefully for him and for Marshall, he'll be able to get enough to push him over the line.
Yeah, LeBourne ran for over 100 yards in 9 of the 12 contests this year. He's just
insane.
Really, really tough to stop. Yeah, and in the Thundering Herd, I think it was 205 yards a game that they're averaging on the ground. The Huskies, meanwhile, give up over 160 yards on the ground per game. So that matchup certainly doesn't favor them. UConn, if they're going to win this game and have their first winning season, they would go 7-6 since 2010. They're going to have to win the turnover battle and shorten the game on the ground themselves. You know, UConn's been a weird team to watch this year because they don't have a superstar. They don't have one guy that they consistently rely on, and that's because it's been a massive rebuilding project, much like Kansas from years past, but also because of a number of injuries. I mean, they've lost multiple weapons to season-ending injuries throughout this campaign. Victor Rosa, Devontae Houston, probably going to be the 2 main backs that you're going to see out of the backfield for UConn. They're looking for their 7th win of the season, but ultimately, Garrett, I don't see a way that UConn gets it. Now, conventional bowl wisdom would say Marshall wins this easily, and yet that's not what we've seen from bowl games so far. Give me your pick here. I think Marshall kind of runs away and hides in this one, not on a high-scoring game. I'm going to say 24-7, but something that's a comfortable win for the Thundering Herd.
I think you're pretty close on this one. A lot of times this just comes down to, and we've talked about this on a couple of the other ones, it just comes down to motivation and who wants to be there. Well, UConn's going to be coming in really excited to play this game, and they're going to come in with a lot of motivation and, kind of win one. It's a good, year one under, Mora. And so, they're going to be really excited for this. I don't think excitement takes them over the finish line in this one, though. I do think that Marshall probably wins this game. And I would expect it to get even a little bit more out of hand. I think you could see it end up a lot more like what we saw out of Oregon State and Florida in the Vegas Bowl. I think you could see something more like I'll say 27-6, something like that. A couple of field goals. I don't know if UConn can actually punch it into the end zone in this one.
Well, my dog is snoring beside me. Hopefully that's not you while you're watching the Myrtle Beach Bowl between Marshall and UConn again, Monday, December 19th. At 2:30 p.m. on ESPN.
Gracious him! How about that?